This is Jay Bradley with Creepy Encounters. It is October 23rd, 2018. Please disregard the date and time stamp on this video, for it is not correct. My current location is on Medino Lane. I'm facing north-northeast, and I am approximately 10 miles west of the Great Sand Dunes and several miles east of the town of Hooper, Colorado. The sky is cloudy, the winds are calm, with temperatures in the mid-40s. I'm shooting some video of some anomalous lights that have materialized in the floor of the San Luis Valley and in the foothills of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. I am capturing these events on my best guard or night vision camera. It is set on the infrared mode, making all of these lights appear to be white, even though some of the larger lights that you will see are orange in color. I've just arrived in the area after a long drive. In fact, I haven't even checked into my motel yet, but I thought I'd stop by to see if I could see any activity in the area where I saw some this past summer. And sure enough, there are those lights. In fact, I don't even have a set of binoculars out. They are buried underneath some stuff in the back of my vehicle. So the only light I can see with the naked eye is that orange light that I'm going to mark with a red arrow. And all the others I'm seeing through the IR mode on my best guard or night vision camera. I pan left, and if you look very quickly to the left, you'll see a light exiting left frame very quickly. These lights are still pulsing, they're flashing, and I do not see that at a distance in this area from lights that I see in towns or cities. They don't do that. They stay the same as far as their intensity is concerned. Now, some may argue that the atmospherics looking across miles of the valley floor will cause these lights to twinkle, especially in a town or city. That might be true, but when I look over at these lights that are on the floor of the valley and maybe up in the foothills, I'm not entirely convinced that those are lights of a town itself, like the Baca Grande or Crestone. I think I'm further south than that at this point. But I could be wrong. Panning more to the left, we are going to focus on that group of lights right there where there's quite a bit of flashing and pulsing going on. And let's analyze this a little bit more closely. That larger light is orange in color. I'm going to place a red arrow to the left of that. I see a smaller light go from left to right into or behind that orange light. I'm going to place another red arrow that will show you another light on the right-hand side, moving from right to left into, and I believe behind that orange light, right there. And then I'll place another red arrow showing you where it looks like it emerges out from behind it. I've seen a lot of this activity going on with these lights in many trips that I've taken to the San Luis Valley. There's a lot of interaction going on. In fact, at the latter part of this clip, you're going to see a bright orange light that will be prominent, all of a sudden dim down, become very small, and then it starts to travel, moving right of frame. But I see a lot of this going on when I look at these lights when it comes to San Luis Valley. Some will be very small. They will travel, stop, and come extremely bright, dim down again, travel some more. Others may be static but very bright and pulsing, and then smaller lights will move into these lights. Some may stay there, others may seem to move from behind them or in front of these lights. It appears there's some sort of relationship going on there, some sort of interaction which I can't explain. I just don't believe that what I'm seeing in these clips are lights from a town or a city. I've taken my best guard or night vision camera and I have filmed the lights of cities and towns. They don't do this flashing. They remain static. The light remains the same intensity throughout the video. They don't do this right here where I place this red arrow. Also, they remain white, if you will, when I'm in the IR mode. When you look at these lights, you'll see that there'll be a white center, and then around that will be an envelope of kind of a gray area. Not with every light. Not every light will exhibit that kind of behavior where you have the white on the inside and a gray envelope, but the majority of them do. I do see some at times that just have that gray envelope and the white portion is missing. I pan the camera more to the left and we're looking at another one of those orange lights. In fact, it reminds me of what I see many evenings when I do my investigations. The first light I always see is an orange light right at dusk. It'll turn on, turn off, pulse, come on for a few more seconds, dim down and disappear. It will repeat this over and over again. After that, other lights will start to appear. It's not because it's getting darker. It's because they are starting to become active also. It's almost like this is a sentry light, that this is the light that kicks off that activity. And I've seen it, like I said before, time and time again. Don't know why, but that's what I've seen. I put an arrow by another one of those little white lights, traveling from the right to the left of frame, heading towards that orange light. You will see it go behind it. I think it gets a little brighter at this point, possibly, right there. And it continues to pass off to the left of that light, probably heading north or northwest at that point. And there it goes, like I talked about earlier in this clip. That orange light is now dimmed down, almost completely disappeared. It flares just for a second. And now you're going to start to see it travel to the right. Right there. It is on the move. It reminds me of some of these other smaller white lights that I have seen west of the sand dunes. As far as I know, there are no roads that are out there just west of the sand dunes, and I've been out there at night looking in that direction, and I've seen these small lights travel at tremendous speeds. I don't know how fast they're going. I have no clue, but they're moving across the valley floor, flashing barely above the ground, not unlike what we've seen here. So that's what that reminds me of. Well, anyway, it's been another exciting evening filming these lights. I would certainly appreciate your analysis, your impressions, your ideas, suggestions on what you've seen here. Feel free to do that at my website. That's at creepyencounters.com. Thanks.